Hey, this is Elizabeth with Mad4Macrame. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet a lid for the top of your basket. For supplies today, you can use a 7 or an 8mm crochet hook. You'll need a tapestry needle to weave in your ends and some scissors. For cord, I'll be using Bobbini's 5mm braided. And then for the lid itself, I have these bases available on my shop. They come in 4 different styles. And today I'm going to use this vintage, really decorative piece because I'm going to use it as a lid for my basket. These can be used as a lid or as the actual base for a basket too. All the supplies will be linked in the description, and I'll also place a link up above. To get started, you want to leave your tail about 8 to 10 inches long. Then create a loop. We're going to make slip stitches first. So insert your hook in any hole on the base, add that loop on your hook and pull it through. Grab your working cord, and to make a slip stitch, you're going to insert your hook and pull up a loop, and then pull that loop through the one that's already on your hook. You're going to do this all the way around the base. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, and then pull that loop through the one on your hook. When you get finished on the last hole, we're going to use the tail, so I'll meet you back here and show you how to do that. For the last hole on the base, you're going to insert your hook, but instead of using the working cord, you're going to switch to your tail. And I like to, instead of trying to yarn over, I'd place the tail underneath my hook and I just pull it through. Then you can pull that piece of cord all the way through. You may have to tighten up your working cord. Now to close this round, we're going to make the invisible closure here. So we're going to insert our hook from the back side to the front on that first slip stitch we created, and pull that tail through, front to back. This is going to create another V for us. Now we need to take the cord through to the back, through the center of the last slip stitch on that round. So flip your work over and insert your hook in the hole and through the center of that last slip stitch. And pull that tail through. This slip stitch round covers up all the holes. For the next round, we're going to make single crochets, and to begin, we're going to insert our hook where this tail is sticking out. So here in this hole, behind the slip stitch, directly into the hole. Yarn over and pull up a loop and chain 1. Now for the single crochets. Behind the slip stitches directly in the hole, that's where you're going to insert your hook. To do a single crochet, you insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now you have 2 on your hook, yarn over and pull through both. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both. Keep making these stitches all the way around the base until you get to the last hole, and I'll show you how to close this round. On the last hole, we're going to finish this stitch with our tail. First, insert your hook and pull up a loop with your working cord. Then switch to your tail and yarn over with that tail. Now you can pull that piece of cord all the way through. We're going to insert our hook through this top V. From back to front, and then pull that tail through. We need to insert our hook through the center of the last V we made. So flip your work over and then insert your hook under both of these back loops here. That'll bring it right through the center of that last V. Pull your tail through. Make any adjustments. You want this stitch to be the same size as the rest. To make it fit a little better, I like to push these stitches down. To me, it gives it more of a lid shape. So we can go ahead and clip this cord. And I didn't stitch over my tail. I like to weave it in at the end so I don't have, so I can hide it where I want to so you don't see it underneath this. So I'm going to take this tail and go this way and then this one and go this way and try to keep it as even as possible. Grab your darning needle. So just go underneath a couple stitches here. Make sure you don't go between the cord. Okay. We can clip off the excess. And I like to take the back of my tapestry needle and just kind of push that end underneath the stitch. I want to see as little as possible. You can make a little loop for the center so there's something to grab onto, or you can just leave it plain. I'll just cut a piece, and that's about 10 inches long. Fold it in half, create a little loop, and push it through the bottom, and then tie an overhand knot. That'll keep the loop from sliding back through. And this is where you can adjust the size of that loop if you want it small, if you want it taller. It's kind of up to you. Whenever you've got that size right, just tighten it down. And then on the inside, I just tie a knot here, or a double knot, so it doesn't slip through. And then clip off these two tails. These bases are 6 inch in diameter, same as the regular solid bases. And that seems to fit, using the slip stitch and the single crochet on the lid and on the basket. And the lid just sits on top. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you'll remember to please like and subscribe to my channel for more crochet tutorials, and I will see you next time.